Perhaps you find that ironic. There I was, deciding bravely that I would take upon myself the mantle that had been quite randomly thrust upon me. Now, here I am, writing my memoirs, trying as hard as I can to throw off that very same mantle. I wanted to be famous. That should in itself be enough to make you worried. Never trust a man who wants to be a hero. We'll talk about this more in the next book. We're quite the pair, aren't we? Bastille asked, smiling for the first time I'd seen since we fell down the shaft. I smiled back. Yeah. Why is it that my best soul-searching moments always come when I'm trapped? Sounds like you should be imprisoned more often. I nodded. Then I jumped as something floated out of the wall next to me. Gack! I said before I realized it was just a curator. Here, it said, dropping a leaf of paper to the ground. What's this? I asked, picking it up. Your book. It was the paper I'd written in the tomb. The inscription about the dark talent. That meant we'd been trapped for nearly an hour. Bastille was right. Kaz had probably already reached the center of the library. The curator floated away. Your mother, I said, folding up the paper. If she gets that crystal thing back, she'll be all right? Bastille nodded. So, since we're trapped here with no hope of rescue, do you mind telling me what that crystal was? You know, to help pass the time? Bastille snorted, then stood up and pulled the silvery hair up off the back of her neck. She turned around, and I could see a sparkling blue crystal set into the skin on the back of her neck. I could see it easily, as she still only wore the tight black t-shirt tucked into the trousers of her militaristic uniform. Wow, I said. 3 kinds of crystals grow in Crystallia, she said, letting her hair back down. The first we turn into swords and daggers. The second become flesh stones, which are what really make us into Kristen. What does it do? I asked. Bastille paused. Things, she finally replied.